Players like Messi, Ronaldo, Neymar, and many more come from a very struggling life of poverty and problems. We often assume that all footballers out there come from a poor background, but today's video is quite the opposite. Instead, many players come from a life of wealth and commodity, and being a footballer only gave them more. Welcome to Top 5 Football, and these are the top 5 football players who were rich before going pro. Number 5. Andrea Pirlo. Arguably one of football's most elegant and classy players, Andrea Pirlo had to learn that type of style and life somewhere, right? Well, Pirlo learned about the finer things in life when he was a kid. His father Luigi founded a very successful steel company in Italy back in 1982, which Pirlo to this day holds a stake to. And his grandparents owned a large wine production field. No wonder his love for the drink. As a kid, Pirlo enjoyed an upper class life, which he would later on enjoy by himself after having a very successful footballing career and becoming a legend for his country. Now retired, Pirlo likes to keep things classy and currently owns his own winery and clothing line. Number 4. Hugo Lloris. The Tottenham goalkeeper comes from an affluent background, growing up in a very nice neighborhood in the city of Nice in the south of France. Both of his parents had very good careers of their own. His mother was a lawyer, and his dad was a bank manager. As many rich kids, he took on tennis lessons, and apparently he was really good at it. Football always appeared to be the second sport until he turned 13, when he stood out in the Nice's academy team and his career took off. Apparently all of those tennis lessons really gave him a real talent with his hands. Number 3. Gianluca Vialli. Chelsea and Italy legend Vialli was always recognized as a gentleman of the game, and it's probably got something to do with how he used to live his life as a kid. He was raised by his father, a self-made millionaire in a 60-room castle along with his 4 siblings. Vialli made most of his fortune playing football and also managing it. He became the first Italian manager in the Premier League right after Ruud Gullit was sacked. He took his position as a player manager, and in 3 years he went on to win 5 trophies for the club, the best club record at the time. Watching his millionaire father manage all of his wealth apparently paid off when it was his turn to stand out. Number 2. Gerard Pique. Known for being a very controversial person in the world of Twitter and also having Colombian beauty Shakira as his wife, Pique is very famous. Oh, and also being Barcelona's center back and club legend. Pique built most of his own fortune in the football field, establishing himself as the core of the Blaugrana's defense. But he didn't have to fight all of his life for work. When he was young, he lived a very comfortable life in Catalonia. His father, Gerard Pique, is a successful attorney and businessman, while his mom, Montserrat, is the director of a very recognized hospital in Barcelona. It's also known that his grandfather was a former Barcelona director and youth division manager. Number 1. Faiq Bolkiah. You've probably never heard the name Faiq Bolkiah in your life. But in all contrast, he's the richest footballer in the whole planet. Yeah, you heard that right, in the planet. Richer than Messi, and yes, richer than Ronaldo. How is this possible, you ask? Well, the Leicester City winger is none other than the nephew of Hassan Bolkiah, the current Sultan of Brunei. The former Arsenal and Chelsea academy player is reported to have a wealth of over $20 billion. Can you imagine that? $20 billion for a 22-year-old. Well, it is more than assured that he definitely doesn't play professionally for money, but instead for the love of the game.